everybody, welcome back to my channel. This is Christy here, back with another scrapbooking process video. I wanted to kind of do a little introduction as to what I'm working on, because sometimes I think it helps to see other people's processes and then we can kind of develop our own. So as you know, I recently joined the Paper Issues live design team, so we do have challenges over on the Paper Issues Facebook page. I will put the link down in the description box so that you can head on over there and check it out, join up, so you can get challenges, lives, all sorts of inspiration. So this is the sketch for the week, and I saw some people use it, and I wanted to come up with something using this sketch. So last night at a ridiculous time of night, here is my happy planner, which has been sadly sort of neglected this past couple months, but I have been using it for some projects. So here's a couple of things. I make a list of all the projects that I'm working on, and usually this is just, I just fill this out going into August because this is kind of stuff like lingering from July. But usually I make a list of the things, ongoing things that I want to work on this daily tasks, and I have a tab so that when it is in here, it has its own little place. I can see where it is. And then I use these papers that have the dots on them for some sketches. So I sketched out an idea I had last night, and I have my paints lined up here. And I'm going to kind of go with it. So this is the sketch. Then I sketch it out. I kind of think about what picture I want to use. I think about some of the design elements, and I just go from there. I don't plan out every little detail or every little embellishment, etc. So, but yeah, I did want to show you that. And I am going to be working on a page, again, for the sketch. And I'm going to be using the Pebbles, the new Pebbles line, which is just glorious. Let me see if I can find a little piece. It's called Live Life Happy. I just got these stickers, and they're so cute. They have a little bit of that holographic. So I'm going to go ahead and put you on fast forward so that we can get this page started and see how it goes. All right, guys. All right, so let's dive right in. I went and stole these little tools out of my kids' school supplies, and I'm using it here on this page. One is for triangles, this is for circles, and I ended up I made a mistake and I had to do it again because I had to mark the middle. And the reason that I'm doing this is that I want to paint like a burst coming out the side of this page, just like the sketch that I showed you. And I was trying the paint brush on that extra paper. That's what I was doing, because I want to kind of fade it out at the ends. I didn't fast forward this a lot because I wanted to show you how I did it. Now, all these paints are the Handmade Modern paints from Target, and they most of them have really good coverage. The green was a little bit, I had to go over it a couple of times, but I wanted it feathered out there at the end. So that was what I was practicing with my brush on the other page. So I got it how I liked it. And I'm going to move on to the orange and kind of fade it out. So originally my plan was to use the paper line that I showed you and use the primary colors for the rainbow. So Roy G. Biv, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. And I wanted to keep it kind of primary, just because, I don't know, just because. So I wanted to keep the edges not crisp. The only one that's going to be crisp is here on the yellow. I think I take it right to the edge of the page, and that was perfectly fine with me. I just kind of wanted the ones that were up top and on the bottom kind of sections to be more feathered at the end, kind of like the burst fades, if that makes sense. I don't know if that makes sense. Anyways, all right, so here you're going to see the green, and you can see it's kind of translucent. And I tried doing a couple of coats like at once, and it just didn't work. So what I end up doing is doing one coat, letting it dry, moving on and doing the other colors, and then coming back and adding another coat. Oh, I had to take my paper towel because there was a dog hair on my page. So that happens sometimes, and I just take a paper towel, wipe it off, and paint right over it, and you never even know. Alright, so here's the blue. Blue is like one of my most favorite colors. I don't know, something about watching somebody paint, is kind of mesmerizing. Like, isn't it calming? I don't know. The painting was kind of calming to do as well, and now watching it, it's just kind of like magic. I don't know, maybe I'm just crazy. But I'll be sure to link all of these paints down below. Now I'm going to slow you back down and kind of walk you through some more of my process, because there were a couple of changes that I made. Okay friends, I'm back. I know I said I was going to put on fast forward, but I wanted to show you how my process goes. So I had every intention of using this Pebbles line because of this. I was inspired by the rainbows, but when I started putting some of it next to it, I wasn't satisfied with the color. It's like a different color palette. So I went through my little bank in my mind of products that I have, and I found this Picnic in the Park collection by Amy Tangerine, and it is absolutely perfect. Now, I'm probably not gonna use, this would be a little much. To me, this is a little much on the page, but look at the colors. This is spot on perfect. So I wanted to show you how sometimes our process has to evolve because it's not working for us, or it's not like we pictured it. And this happens a lot to me. So don't ever think that going in you have to stick with a particular sketch, color palette, color line, product line, because you don't. You can let the product and the page drive you to do what you want to do. So I'm going to change it up a little bit. I'm going to dig into my Amy Tan papers and pick out some papers that I think would work well with what I've already got going on. Still following the sketch, but wanted to kind of check in and let you see this kind of live as we go process. So, all right, I'm going to put you back on fast forward, and we're going to get going on the rest of this page. All right, so I ended up picking this white backed paper with the rainbows because I felt like it needed some white to balance out all that color. Then I tore little pieces of some of the pattern papers and fussy cut the flower bunch from another piece of pattern paper just to tuck them behind there so it looks like they're coming out of the edge of the paper. I also got the heart paper and fussy cut some of the hearts out of that paper. I think I did one in each, or two in each color. And I'm going to add a piece of red paper here and then line up the hearts down that piece. And I end up stitching down the middle of all of this in different colors. And I'm going to show you here in a minute the finished product. Did all of that. And then here you can see all of the colors. So pretty. I love how that came out. All right, so back to all of the embellishments. I end up using a lot of the flower clusters, and then what I did was you see me putting on the top of my layout various embellishments in the color themes. So I have red, orange, yellow, etc. And what I did was I used the puffy stickers from the puffy sticker sheet and put a couple of little puffy stickers in each kind of color. So basically the red on red, orange on orange, and I put it right on the hearts. So I think I do 2 puffy stickers in each color theme. And I love grouping things by color when I'm doing a layout like this that's so focused on color. I did cut out the cameras thinking I was going to use the cameras because there's one in each color, and I ended up not using those, but I do have them saved. That is another piece of the pattern paper. It also comes in the paper pad, and I'm ripping this rainbow paper and just adding bits and bobs. And as you guys know, I love to layer. I wanted to use this rainbow paper so bad, as you can see, and I want it peeking out from the hearts, but I wanted to include the purple, which meant that I had to cut it down the middle. Now I know, guys, it's okay. Here's the thing about cutting paper and doing these things and fussy cutting and all of that stuff. I would rather do that and use my stash than have that piece of rainbow paper sitting in my stash for another 5 years because I was afraid to use it, or I didn't want to use it because then I wouldn't have it. So I am actually also using a piece of the packaging. So this piece that I'm roughing up the edges with this edge distressor, that is actually a piece of packaging that I believe the stickers, there's like a sticker pack, and that came on that. So I'm using that and tucking it behind the rainbow paper. I'm gonna also put my picture on top, which is gonna be on top of the that rainbow diagonal stripe. I'm adding a frame here. I'm gonna distress all of the edges of these little bits and bobs, and that edge distressor is by Tim Holtz. Man, that's a mouthful. Edge distressor. I don't know why that's always so hard for me to say. Anyways, I will link it down below so that you can check it out if you do not have one. It is amazing. I've tried many, and this one by far is my favorite. Alright, I cut that die cut in half so that the rainbows could be peeking out, but then I can also use the other half on another page if I want. The same thing goes with this die cut. So don't be afraid to cut your stuff apart. It's getting used, you're getting to feature the things that you would like, and it's not sitting in your stash. We have so much stash, and I am determined to use my stash. And if that means cutting it apart, then that means cutting it apart. So I'm tucking little embellishments here. This is a piece of, looks like notebook paper, but each line is colored. So you get all the colors of the rainbow in there, and it's probably in reverse order because I flipped it upside down, but I'm okay with that. And I added another die cut down here, which I also cut in half. Sometimes most of the time, if I'm tucking things behind other things, I'll cut it. That way I can use the other half on another page, and it's kind of like I get double the use out of it. I added some clusters of flowers. So the one up top is from the sticker sheet, the one in the middle is from the sticker sheet, and the one at the very bottom, which I'm sorry that the bottom of the layout is not completely up in the frame, but that bottom one is from the die cut pack. And I wanted to kind of temporarily adhere this one, but I couldn't do it. So anyways, I wanted to use this rainbow sticker sheet. That's from the that's from the sticker sheet. Okay, I just felt like I repeated myself. The rainbow little sticker strip, there we go, from the sticker sheet. I'm adding some of the clear back stickers, which come in a sticker pack. I think you get like 8 sheets of stickers. I'm going to link the whole line of Amy Tangerine Picnic in the Park down below at Paper Issues. You can still get a lot of this line, so I'm going to link it down below so you can check it out. I'm trying to find a place for this clear sticker because I want it peeking out, but I don't want it to be too much. There's already a lot going on this page, but I wanted a cluster, and I wanted to use those flowers to form a visual triangle. The title Celebrate is a die cut. I'm going to end up using it there, but I'm putting another clear back sticker there, and going to go ahead and adhere this down. Let's see, what am I doing? Oh, I'm adding this little tab. I think it says yes. This This Moment. I don't know. I don't remember what it says. This Moment, I think. And I totally forgot that I didn't adhere that rainbow paper down, so I'm just sticking some of that wet glue. That is Scotch Quick Dry in my fine liner bottle, and I find that it works best. I've tried other glues. This Scotch does not make this clog up at all. I leave the top off for, you know, a period of time, and I don't come back to clogs. So all right, so I thought I would use this yellow camera, but like I said, I end up not using it. I end up taking that off and putting some of the flower stickers, but here I'm going to work on the title. So I have Celebrate, white and rainbow, and then black and rainbow, and I really like how that came out. I'm just putting little rainbow puffy stickers all over, but I end up also changing some of that around, and I add some of the flowers. That flower, the little orange flower, is actually fussy cut from the floral paper. The floral paper is one of my favorites. It does not come in the paper pad, but I do have the double-sided sheet, and I did fussy cut some flowers out from that. And then I add the word Together. I end up also bringing in these thickers and I move the Together down and add the word. So I end up using the white kind of holographic clear stickers. Font. It's the same font, but one has glitter and one is kind of holographic. To put the word Summer, and I'm putting it on, but I'm going to take it off and work backwards so that it starts at the flower and goes back. And then the word Together is actually from the cardstock sticker sheet that you can get that comes with the line, and it was perfect because I felt like it needed a little bit of black there. And I fiddle with this a lot. Sometimes I watch myself and realize how much I move things around, and it really doesn't make a ton of difference. But I end up putting a yellow floral heart right above the word Together and a puffy sticker as well. I end up getting these bows, which are so adorable. I actually got them in a paper issues kit and used the heck out of them. So I'm going to put one up there and one, you can see it down at the bottom. And then I'm going to take this camera off and I'm going to put flowers. Well, first I put the rainbow, but I felt like it was just floating in the middle of nowhere. And sometimes you need to ground your embellishments. So you need to, you don't want things like dangling in midair. You want them to be grounded. Sometimes it works if you have a cluster of them, but if you just have one, sometimes it doesn't work as well. So I end up adding these cardstock stickers here, and that ends up grounding that rainbow down. And then I will add some of the flowers up top as well, and that is about it. So I am going to have some close-ups coming up for you right now. Don't forget to enter my code when you're shopping at the Paper Issue store to get 20% off your total order. Thanks so much for watching, and see you in my next video. Bye!